Hey there, crafty friends. Welcome back to Seguras Crafts. And if you're new, we are glad to have you, and welcome. Today, we're making something unbearably cute. A sweet as honey bear card. At least that's what I call it. Using some fabulous products from Cat Scrappiness and My Favorite Things. Remember, this is the Scrap and Forgotten series, so we are using things that we have rather made as scraps or backgrounds we made, stamps that we colored but never die cut, things like that. Okay, let's get started. So I did off camera, I did die cut a craft cardstock with the Cat Scrappiness petal backdrop die. And the reason why you see me place that paper underneath while I'm trying to glue the pieces of my stamp die cuts in there is because of the fact that it is a background die ultimately. Well, I'm putting glue, I can't say I can know exactly where the glue is going to hit. So I know there's a possibility that the glue will get onto the other side, and I didn't want it to get on my table because if you guys know, I'm very famous for having a lot of gunk on my table. So I'm trying to get better at that. Crafters growing. Okay. So back to the card. I knew I wanted this card to be simple because I wanted the colors to come out and I wanted the background die to kind of be more of the star of this card. But I did place my stamp and die cut and sentiment on here because I felt like it kind of helped it pop a little bit and made it seem like a more deary card to me. I don't know. It's rather that, or I'm really just trying to utilize my leftover stamps and die cuts that I have. And with the sentiment, I actually went ahead and I just inked the edge of them, and then I popped it up and placed it on top of my background die panel, or my front panel. And as you can see, I made sure I glued everything on my card first. How do I explain this? I'm sorry. I made sure that before I popped it up onto my card base, I made sure that I went ahead and I put all of the elements that needed to go on there now. Reason why is because when you have this popped up, it doesn't necessarily need to truly be popped up in every crevices. You want to try to get it in as many places as you can for stability, get some in the middle, but otherwise it's not a shaker die or anything. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to get the pieces where I needed to get them, and it would also allow me to see what areas I can place my foam tape based off of the die cuts and the sentiments location. So that helped us to kind of give it that stability for when it gets shipped out in the mail. I did add some liquid glue to help me with movement because I felt like I cut it perfectly down and I just was not sure, guys. I just didn't want to mess this up. And my kids were going crazy in the background. I had did this during summertime, okay? And oh my goodness. I just wanted to be done with it at this point. But look at that. How adorable is that? I did end up having to trim some things off the bottom. And this is something that we do with any card that we make, if you just have a little excess that, it's not going to be seen, it's going to be hidden, you go ahead and you cut those off before you put your card base. Because once you put your card base, at that point now, you're going to have to resort into cutting your card base. And, depending if that's the size you wanted and not wanted, there is your guide. Okay, so I'm going to make a top folding card, a top folding A2 size card, which means that my paper will start off at 11 by 4 1/4. And then I'm going to score it at 5 1/2. And that's it. That is my base done and created. So now I'm just going to place my panel on top of my base to make it officially a card, or at least the card that I had in mind. And there you have it, this oh so cute, sweet as honey bear, a perfect card to lift anyone's spirit. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe for more crafty fun. I'll see you next time.